So yesterday we ended up covering all of the Rokz weapon and to farm them for melee. And today we are here to do the same, but this time we are going to be looking at range weapons such as rifle, machine guns, bows, and I am going to be showing you exactly how and to farm these so you can get your hands on your Kaizaar weapon. But before we hop into that, welcome back to your #1 stop for PSO2 New Genesis gameplay, how-to, and all that jazz. And a giant thank you to everybody that is supporting for that over on Twitch and Patreon. Thank you, my dudes, and let's jump into this and let's get you your Kaizaar weapon if you're a range character. So to start off in the video, we're going to be getting our hands on a handful of weapons for your range character. So to start off, we need to get our hands on Rokz weapon and of course level the Rokz weapon up to part 50. That way we can trade in for our Kaizaar. And the Kaizaar we're going to be mainly getting here will be the rifle, launcher, machine gun, and bow as well. So we're looking at, of course, a gunner, a ranger, and of course, braver heal. So if you want more information on how to get your hands on the cubes or Brazilia, I have done video on them as well. So I will have them linked above if you need help getting them material. But for the Rokz weapon itself, there is a few things to keep in mind here. First of all, any upgrade you do beyond enhancing will not carry into your Kaizaar. So if you're adding augments, if you go ahead and adding potentials or anything, them will be gone the second you trade this in. So make sure you keep that in mind and don't invest too heavily in Rokz weapon. And if you do need a Rokz weapon between now and you get your Kaizaar, be sure to try to get a duplicate that you can then put some resources into. That way you are not wasting money or augments as you are getting your Kaizaar heal. So the other thing to keep in mind about Kaizaar, there is a handful of ways to get our hands on the Rokz weapon we're going to need. Of course, in this video, I'm going to be mainly breaking down how to do it by hunting dreads or veterans, because that is the easier way to actually farm these. But just know some of the monsters that we are going to be talking about here does have a chance to actually spawn inside trials and origin quests, so you might have a chance to get it through the means as well. And then, of course, there is a quest or limited time quest at the time of that video with Trap in the Forest. Is not available in the game since it was a seasonal event and may or may not come back around in the future. So not really going to cover that because who knows if we will ever actually see that again. And another little tidbit here is, of course, tied to doing Dark Falls Rank 2. And of course, if you do want to farm it through this means as well, this is going to require you to get your hands on some triggers. And of course, you can do so in a few ways. First of all, we can go ahead and do our weekly for Tim over here. And of course, be able to attain the Alliance badges for Rank 2. Just know these are set to weekly. So every week they will reset, but you can get yourself 5 of these for 5 badges. But there is a much easier way to get your hands on the triggers. And of course, that would be just buying them from the player shop, since that way it's no limit. And you don't got to worry about your weekly limit coming from Tom. The thing is, Elite on Ship 1, as you can see, they are about 12 to 14,000. The price might vary depending on what ship you're playing on. So if you have the Masetta and you want to go that way, this is a perfectly fine way to do so. But once again, in this video, I'm going to mainly be showing you how to farm the true dreads. So let's go ahead, let's hop into this, and let's start discussing the weapon and where you can farm them. So to start off, let's go ahead and talk about the Rokz rifle. And that rifle, we need to go ahead and hunt down a Ice Banshee for the drop. And for the Ice Banshee, it of course is this cat creature, and you can go ahead and find them down here in central Kaizaar, right near the bridge area, or if you're following the river down hunting down mining material fishes, you will also find it at the very end just hovering around. And this is where we're going to go ahead and get our hands on the rifle. And next, let's go ahead and talk about our Rokz machine gun. That one is honestly pretty much the exact same, because just like we did with the rifle, we are also going to farm it from the exact same enemy here with the Banshee, and of course you will find it in the exact same location down in central Kaizaar. So next, let's go ahead and talk about the launcher. The launcher itself, sadly, it's not going to be coming from the Banshee. Would be nice if it would, but it won't be, because this time around we gotta go hunt ourselves a crocodile. And the crocodile itself can of course be found down here, or once again I get technically up here in North Kaizaar, and of course you can get here easily by teleporting to Central and just turning around and jumping up the mountain. And of course here he is for it to farm as well. Once again, especially with crocodile, it does have a chance to spawn in the ruins inside of its trigger and PSE bolts, as well as the origin quests where you fight specifically him. So here you go. This is how you go ahead and farm the launcher for your rock weapon. And I think he is angry at me, isn't he? That will be a yes. And then our final weapon here is the rock bow for all you bravers out there. And this time we need to go ahead and hunt a enemy we haven't actually hunted yet in this series of dreads, which is of course the rock. Once again, probably butcher that name, but you can go ahead and find this dread, which is the giant, I got squid, octopus looking dread. And you can go ahead and find it right down here inside South Kaizaar, right on the beach, leading into Hopper Lake. And of course, that one is very much out of the way, so there's a very good chance that you may or may not ever have seen this dread here. But nonetheless, this is where you can farm him to get your hands on the bow for braver. And just like that, that is how you get your hands on all of the rock weapon for your range character. So hopefully if you are playing a gunner, a braver, or ranger here, you are able to get the weapons you need to get your Kaizaar. And of course with that, I will be back in our net video, since in my net part of the series we are going to be covering how to get your rock weapon for all you melee classes out there, might it be Tekka, Force, or Waker. I'm going to be showing you how to get your weapons as well, but that will be in the net video. So if you are wanting a weapon, you don't want to miss out on any of that information or any of my other PSO2 new Genesis gameplay how-to and all that jazz, be sure you do the thumbs up, subscribe, hit all the wonderful bells below. And of course, if you need any help at all, let me know in the comment below, since I have been picking out comments and turning them into videos. So who knows, maybe your question will become my net video as well. And if you do want to get help right away, feel free to check out my live streams that I do over on twitch.tv/TroyMacon pretty much almost every day at that point with PSO. Or any if we're not playing PSO, if you have some questions, I am more than happy to help. And of course, with that, I do want to give a giant thank you to everybody that is supporting. As someone, I think, is trying to slap my booby character. Yeah, I think she's very upset about my boob character. But nonetheless, I do want to give a giant thank you to everybody that is supporting over on patreon.com/Macon, subscribing over on Twitch, or by of course joining memberships here on YouTube. Thank you very much, my dudes. And with that, I will see you all in the comments.